A lot of the people on the internet, such as myself, enjoy watching videos that analyze and break down the things that happen on the internet. These videos are called commentary videos. There are certain types of commentary videos, such as topic commentary and drama commentary. Topic commentary usually revolves around a topic that is widely talked about in various social media platforms, such as if crediting artists are necessary, or if re-uploading content is bad or not, etc. Then there are drama commentary videos that talk about what certain people did and how that affects the internet as a whole, and debates if that said people did right or wrong. And there are some bad apples amongst the community which I will not be naming because I think is solely based on my opinion, which is none of anyone's goddamn business. I'm not here to talk about that. That is not what I want to do here. I'm gonna talk about people who are barely in the community and just started not long ago, have a very tiny platform, or just made a call-out post without having the knowledge of what actually is a proper call-out, alongside people outside the commentary community as well. The actions that I just listed, people who do these types of behavior tend to make videos on people that are 1. Unnecessary, 2. Have personal bias against, or 3. Petty at best and ignorant at worst. That is, if I do name a few. Now I'm gonna tell you what is a necessary call-out and what's not. So get ready to listen to yours truly teach you some stuff that probably won't matter later down the line. So before we try to dissect this whole mess of a topic, we should probably talk about how and why the bad call-outs were made in the first place. What I would call bad call-outs are the ones that call people names, have frustration in your voice for the entirety of the video, don't provide any screenshots at all, has a personal bias against the person you're talking about, and etc. I'm only talking about the usuals because there can be millions of reasons for why a person wants to be a total jerk. You see, I am a Twitter user. In fact, please don't talk smack about me how Twitter's toxic as a whole. I'm usually in my own little bubble, doing my own stuff. I just happen to stumble into Hellfire because I post daily art on there. Anyways, so because I use Twitter on the daily, I get to see a lot of call-out posts that just pops onto my timeline every once in a while. And while most of them are understandable and have been made for a valid reason, some of them are pretty childish, I would say, and some of them are just straight up unnecessary. I say this because the post itself, it just comes off as saying someone said a bad or did a bad thing in private, and I am bringing it here to remind you to unfollow them because they are bad. So you see, you don't tell someone to unfollow someone just because they said something bad or questionable in private. It's none of your business to say such thing to the public where anyone and everyone can see that. No matter the size of your account, no matter how many people follow you, usually any call-out posts are bound to grab people's attention. Some people are assholes, just get over it. Don't bring up to the public just because it's only ever gonna upset people. If it wasn't online, like public, you wouldn't have to tell your entire neighborhood about how your ex-best friend might have cheated on your partner once. I'm looking at you, 13-year-olds who makes looping animated furries dancing along to catchy songs. Well, moving on from that, there are also instances where people question other people's callouts in which criticism or speculation are always allowed on a post that's basically saying a content creator is bad, but this point completely backfires when that speculation of being a devil's advocate leads to you invalidating someone's identity or experience. For example, someone was being abused in a private space by a content creator and they just got the encouragement to speak up about the matter. And there are people questioning about the said callout because that person had a bit of a bad reputation of making mistakes. You see, no matter how much of a dick this person was, that should not affect the way you see a victim of abuse. And I think people should separate a person's mistakes from their experience of abuse. In that way, it encourages more victims to come out and speak on their own experience, and doesn't make them feel scared of being criticized of the mistakes along with their experience, and to being questioned whether if people think they are faking their experience or not, and so on. Don't question others' experiences. It only makes you a very nitpicky scum. You may also know that since there are not so pleasant people around, you may have also seen people color others with fake screenshots of DMs, posts, or even videos on the matter that they might not be aware of. Or they just did that just to make things worse upon themselves. People just really want to make a person look bad, but as you guys know, people don't like it when something's being lied about. Usually, this just only makes the people who made that call-out shoot their own foot, causing every single part of their call-out unreliable, obviously. Speaking of all the bad things I just listed, I need some form of positivity in this video because I don't want it to get too heavy for me to handle. So, let me advise you on how to deal with said bad call-outs. You either reply saying how much of that call-out is flawed, or just don't say anything. Just move on. Don't say a word about it. Like, internet drama is not that relevant as you think it might be. Whew, now that I got that out of the way, now let me tell you how to make a proper call-out when you ever get to do so, I guess. 1. Make sure the call-out you will be making is necessary and will let people be aware of the situation, because usually, call-outs are necessary when that person you will be calling out has some sort of presence. 2. Make sure the evidence you will be providing is reliable. They are called evidence for a reason. They are the proof of what you're saying is true. 3. When showing screenshots of conversations that have been taken in DMs, please show full screenshots and not have them cropped. These are so that it shows you're not taking some little snippets or screen caps so it fits your narrative, or you're not using a fake account, etc. Screen recording this also comes in handy. And finally, do not fabricate any narratives. It's best to not exaggerate or add in unrelated or fake information to the call-out. I think this part is pretty obvious, but I'm just putting this in here. Mainly because I know there are people out there who still does that even though they know better. Well, that marks the end of what I had to ramble in front of the microphone for like hours without my AC interrupting my wonderful speech. Well, oh boy, this video took longer than it should have been, honestly. I mean, it's just me rambling about my own opinions and where I stand. It's not like I need weeks of research of tons of screenshots to go through. Though I do hope you find this video to be helpful and informative. Please go scroll down a little bit and maybe subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy the video. I sound like a broken record, but I do not care. I just want to make more videos in the future and hopefully make a community that is helpful. Well, I guess that's it for today. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye!